Hey there, folks. It's your night, MJ Night, and it has been revealed that the solo Batman movie is just titled as The Batman. I think after all these other subtitles or adjectives Batman movies have had throughout the years, I mean, if you go back to the 1989 Bat flick, arguably one of the best Batman movies ever, especially with the Burton movie. I mean, that car's just great. We've had Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, and technically Batman v Superman was a Batman movie per se. But I think after all these extra lengthy titles and sometimes words that are added on there for the sake of and don't really have any relevance or any particular meaning for being there. I mean, Batman Forever, so Batman is, by that mere suggestion, is a male equivalent to Wonder Woman, as in he's going to be around for all time, because everyone remembers Wonder Woman's an immortal from an island of Amazon women. So that one, I mean, the movie itself is fine, but the title alone is kind of misleading. With this, it's just I'm the Batman, and it's like, and it makes sense because he is the Batman. He is the only Batman. I like it. I know there are bound to be some people that go, yeah, we don't want to be reminded of the 2004 series. Well, don't watch it. Simple as that. I happen to adore that series. It was made a little bit lighter in the sense of, after everything that was done with Batman the Animated Series, it didn't make any sense to try and emulate what Bruce Timm and company had done, so they just wanted to do their own thing with an art direction that I like to call want to be anime, or some people refer to as pseudo anime, where there's a lot of anime influences in the art, but you can still see that it's still very much a Western styled animated series. And I liked Rino Romano as Batman. It was a guy who was much more inexperienced, not really at the full range and capabilities of who he is as a crime fighter and, by extension, Bruce Wayne. So it was nice to see an evolution, or, the building up of a character, rather than he's already Batman. It was just nice just to see him slowly building himself up, and he's not this huge perfectionist. And I think in the first two seasons, that was where the Batman was at his best, because of the fact there was a little more humor to Bruce and Bat's persona, whereas season 3 onwards, it was becoming more and more like this very sober Batman. It didn't really crack too many jokes. I appreciate Batman's not meant to be a jokey character, but it was nice to have that fresh take on the character after what had been achieved with Batman TAS. But yeah, I'm looking really, really forward to what this solo Batman is going to offer. The only thing at this stage that I would like is we only have one major villain, just to start off with, because I think when you look at movies like Spider-Man 3 and Batman and Robin, you don't need too many villains. When that old expression, too many cooks spoil the broth, or two's company, three's a crowd. Those scenarios and adjectives apply here, and I think it's best just to keep the introduction of villains small, just so they can gradually work their way up. Now, whether they will actually do an adaptation of The Long Halloween, I don't know. It's not clear at this stage whom the villain will be for the Batman. at some stage you got to know that they're going to do the Joker again. You know, it's on the cards. In any incarnation of Batman, we have always had a setup where they build up to a showdown with Batman and the Crown Prince of Crime. Or Clown Prince of Crime, that's better. So, yeah, it'll be intriguing to see what happens, and I'm digging Affleck as Batman. I think this is the best Batman that we've had since Michael Keaton, who in a lot of respects is, you know, at the time, in the late 80s and early 90s, he was the quintessential Batman. From the simple perspective of, you wouldn't suspect either of the two personas to be one and the same, because you look at Keaton as Bruce Wayne, he doesn't have the physicality of who Batman is, and at the same time he's kind of withdrawn, he kind of goes into his own inner cave, and as Batman, you know, he doesn't really make it too aware that he is Bruce Wayne. There is a similar thing with the Christian Bale portrayal, but when you see Bale as Bruce Wayne, it's screaming in the face, I'm Batman. And here's another little thing, I'm just going to put this out there. When Keaton did his Batman voice, yeah, he deepened it, but not to the extent that it was just a gravelly voice. And that's just a thing that I've never been on board with the Christian Bale portrayal is, yes, he had to disguise his voice, but I just think he just went way over the top. Whereas, you know, with the Affleck portrayal, he puts a voice changer in the cowl. That's like, yo, duh, that works. And in interviews, he actually says, when he says the line, do you bleed? He just says it so straight, like, you know, do you bleed? And then they alter it in post-production. I'm like, this is how it should be. Anyway, I'm digging the title. What do you think in the comments section? And get the conversation get the conversation going with the hashtag #TheBatman. Until then, I'm going to try that again. Until next time, folks, I've been MJ Knight saying good night from the night.